Hello, beautiful people. My name is Athol, and this is Relationship Momentum. So today I'm going to talk about the common complaint, problem, concern of vacation sex. And because I hear it over and over again that, okay, we went on vacation, we paid all this money, we went on this trip, and the sex was really good. She was really enthusiastic. She was really into it. We tried some different things. She did a bunch of stuff that I wanted her to do for the longest time. And then we got back home and then it all went away. It's just all gone. Or just right back to how it was, like we never went on vacation. So let's talk about why it is so good, and hopefully this will explain why you get that surge on vacation and then it drops away afterwards. What being on vacation does for many, many women is it creates this sort of altered reality bubble where suddenly you are passing all the links that you need to pass in the whole relationship momentum model. So you're not going to get physically more buff, you're not going to get more fit, but you're probably passing that link anyway. But when you're on vacation, you kind of sort of pass that attraction link almost by default because it's this big display of energy and effort and money. It's a conspicuous display of consumption. It's peacocking. And often you are dressing better and you are happier and you are showing that you can supply all this. And often when you're taking her somewhere, you are displaying leadership. So there's all sorts of things that are going to sort of tick off that box on attraction if you weren't quite doing it. In terms of creating relationship comfort, well, this is again proving that you can take her somewhere, lead her somewhere, the family can go. And there's an awful lot of quality time and shared tasks and togetherness, and there's not nearly so many distractions. And it's you and her, or you, her and the kids or whatever, and it feels good to her. And you can end up passing the relationship comfort link almost by default. And then you're onto the energy link. Well, she doesn't really have any tasks on her other than enjoying herself. She doesn't have a bunch of responsibilities. She kind of gets to go off duty. So there's no demands, everything is fun, everything is engaging, and it's relaxing, and she ends up feeling energized, and you pass the energy link. And then because there's so much time together and there's so much, little points of contact and initiation, so let's go to breakfast, let's do the thing, where we're going to eat, what we're going to do, that you end up passing almost all of the initiation link in terms of the non-sexual stuff almost by default. So all that's left to do is to initiate sex and have the sex. And it's easy. Because being on vacation puts you into this altered reality bubble to an extent where you pass all the links in the chain. So, as a result, you get awesome, sexy wife who likes doing it and wants to do it often and has a lot of fun. And then you go back home, and then everything kind of sort of reverts back to baseline of reality. As the fantasy bubble kind of pops, the party's over. We got to go back home where we have jobs and chores and bills and things to do and demands on our time, and we got to get back, and there's laundry and who goes what and where, and the kids need homework, and you're back to reality. So I think you have to see that vacation sex being good is a normal, expected thing. And then when you come back home, it's kind of normal and expected that it will revert closer back to baseline. That being said, I think you really can get some gains in your overall relationship momentum by going on vacation, having a great time, and having some really great sex. It kind of proves that the relationship really can work when things are going well. And I think that gives you a lot of hope, and it gives you confidence, and you can see that there's actually nothing medically or psychologically wrong with her. She can actually respond. It's all good. And also when you're on vacation, you probably change too. So you're probably a little more fun and relaxed and high energy and fun to be with. And some of it going back home may be that you're changing when you're back home as well, especially if your face suddenly falls and you're all grumpy and moody and irritable, that the sex kind of just drop back down to the baseline. The one thing that I am concerned about, though, is that when you go on vacation and you spend a lot of money and you spend a lot of time and you do a lot of planning and everything is awesome, and she's miserable, and there's no sex or next to no sex, and it's pretty stale and unenthusiastic, and she's just not into it or you. And to me, that's a really bad sign, because how do you make life better than being on vacation and staying in some nice hotels and going to some nice restaurants and doing some fun things? How do you make it better than that? And if she's still miserable then, it means your relationship's in a fairly bad place, and you've got to have some real concerns about where you're at. But overall, what I want you to take away from this is that vacation sex being good is expected, and kind of reverting back to baseline is expected. But maybe you can get some basic lower level boost to your relationship by doing it. It's not the be all and end all, but it's certainly worth a shot. And it's certainly something to do. So, that's about it. I hope you liked the video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. All that good internet stuff. And I will talk to you tomorrow.